again and keep on mark if you want to get the gains like Robbie has.
Definitely.
It's definitely the diet, and he's going to show you what he did to build that big bicep and tricep. We're going to go into that right now.
Eating good food is 90%. And I think the bar you should keep your body back, find a position where you feel comfortable, and curl. One of them. Basically, what I'm trying to do is get the bicep to pump the blood in there. Five of them.
Is the weight important?
Mm-hmm, very important. 6 of them progressively, though. 7 of them.
Okay,
Put it down.
I also have a question about using the straight bar as opposed to the easy curl bar.
I kind of fluctuate. I go back and forth.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
It doesn't really matter. As long as you can keep the bicep over the forearm, over the bicep and the forearm straight. Okay. Keeping it straight is going to activate more muscle fibers.
Yeah, I know that sometimes when you sit down, like I said before, your elbows go in or out, but you want to keep them.
You want to keep them. You want to keep them in.
Right.
And keep them pressing into the pad, keeping all the tension on the bicep. Lower the bar as far as you can. I would either come to this point sometimes, just flexing the muscle as much as I can, and then probably stretch and do a lot more upper right.
Now, is it necessary to go heavy, or do you stay medium weight?
No, well, I kind of stay with medium. It's a small muscle.
Right.
It's not really that big a muscle you have to do.
Right.
2-minute rest to a minute rest between sets should be the guideline. Again, I say I want to get in that position and activate the biceps. One of them. Keeping the body up, keeping the biceps stretching. There's 2 of them. 3. You want to squeeze the bicep. Keep the tension on it.
You said something to me a while back about always keeping your chest up and your head up.
Yeah, it's very important because the upper back arch plays a huge role in, making the muscle look great on stage under the light.
Right, because I see a lot of people bend way over and lean way down.
If you're bending over and leaning way down, you're probably putting more pressure on the trapezius.
Exactly.
Again, it's back to the upper back arch. And the whole thing we call it the Zottman curl.
I remember those.
Again, you're talking stretching, see? If the bicep is in a stretch position, you're going to have a higher peak. That's automatic. You allow that bicep to stretch.
This angle on the wrist, like Zottman or hammer curl, is what stretches the bicep out.
Stretches the bicep. So what I try to do is curl it to this position, and as the weight is going down, is rotate to that position. So you're working the brachialis.
Right.
See? That brings the brachialis in there, and it's the side of the forearm, which actually, again, is going to create more size and shape. Right. So as you're going through this rotation, again, keeping your upper chest, upper back arch, you get your nice little rhythm going. And what you're trying to do is you're working for the burn in the muscle groups and all the heads. So when I come out of it, I'm going to flex a little bit, flex the muscles a little bit, maybe even hit a couple of side chest shots. Really keep the muscle, the blood into the area.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he does have big arms. There's no question about it. That's why we're here. What else do you want to do for bicep before we go to tricep?
From this point on, curl to that position. 1 of them. There's 2. 3. 4. Keeping the head up in the back. See the upper back arch?
Yep.
4 of them. You want to bring it to the top of the chin and squeeze. 6 of them. 7. 8. 9 of them. You see I'm holding it up there, see?
Right.
10. That's giving you more peak. That's more peak. 11 of them. Put the bar down. I'm going to even shake the muscle a little bit. What that does is allow more blood to go into the muscle group.
Right. You're feeding it. I have a question, though. What's the difference between this movement and the preacher bench movement you did with the bar? Because it's very similar.
It's more isolated.
It is more
isolated. By bringing your hands in a little bit, it forces to work that outside peak a little bit.
And you don't have the bench on the back of the tricep to support yourself. It's all free hanging.
Yes, free hanging.
Right, so
all you're being activated really is the bicep.
Okay.
Nothing else.
You had 3 exercises for bicep. Now we're going to do 3 exercises that Robbie uses for tricep, which completes the arm. It'll give you the shape and how you get the shape and size that you want to build that massive arm like Robbie's.
The triceps are like really the biggest part of the bicep, of creating a big arm. And a lot of guys always start with the bicep first. But in my mind, in my world, when I train, I always start with the tricep first. I try to make sure I get all the stretch it into the exercise.
Is that why you start with the tricep first?
That's why I try to start with first.
Okay.
So that gets the blood warmed up. It's going to be easier. What I'm going to do is I press the weight upward. I want to kind of rotate it. If you notice, I'm flexing the outside part of that rope. That flexes the tricep. Once I get my rhythm going, I want to keep the weight, my elbows to the side of the head and squeeze 1 of them. Probably 12 reps, 2, 3 of them. Looking up, 4, squeezing the tricep. There's 5 of them. 6, 7 of them. 8. Squeezing at the top, 9 of them. It's 10. It's 11 of them. It's 12.
Okay,
See, now it's already burning.
I have a question though. Now, if you have a bad shoulder, such as I do, or some guys have a bad shoulder, and they can't get their arms up that high over their head.
What I would do if you can find it, that's the whole idea about developing a great muscle group or developing body parts, is finding the exercises that actually do the job.
Right.
See, a lot of guys I think participate in all these weird exercises, but it's really not happening like you want to.
Yeah.
You gotta stick with it. Put my hands into my side,
right,
and force that tricep to work, stretching it at the top and at the bottom.
I got you.
So I kind of go back and forth between these two positions, to kind of create variety, to create what in the bodybuilding world is confusion, muscle confusion. I like doing that because it's just, it creates more fun. I will add this position. I want to use my knees as leverage, so it takes the stress off my lower back and off my knees.
Yeah.
And I want to get momentum. If you notice, I want to put my chest up there. See where my hands are, Rick?
Yeah, yeah.
And then what you want to do is push with the heel of your hand. One of them. Keep the chest up to. That's 3 of them. 4. See where the elbows are?
I do.
5 of them. 6. 7 of them. 8.
Remember years back that Bill Pearl used to use this.
Oh yeah.
But he would do behind the head, do the forehead,
Yep.
and then finish off with
3
those.
different positions.
3
you
different
can do
positions.
It. Yeah.
So
It's a great exercise.
That's basically your whole arm workout.
Basically. I don't kind of change
Let me ask
it.
you a question, Robbie. You think it's worked for you?
I think so. I think it's so. I think it would definitely put the muscle in.
Yes, it does.
I think it'll definitely put the peaks in the size and the shape. And if you're really working at it, getting the right nutrition and stuff like that.
And how many times a week do you work arms?
Maybe 2.
That's it.
I train them twice a week.
Because they get work on your chest and shoulders and everything else besides that.
Because I think they're being affected by all that stuff. So I don't really kill the smaller muscle groups. I kind of really put as much blood in there.
That's the thing, that it's the small muscle, you can overwork it pretty easy.
Yeah, it's a small muscle group, so you should be trying to put more emphasis on that tricep to build a big arm. And then maybe work on the other time, but maybe the next time around, try to work on all the things that creates the shape and puts the blood in the bicep and makes it look better, and so you're going to relax.
This is great. Well, there you've had firsthand information from Robbie Robinson on Rick's Corner, how to build big arms with Robbie. I'm telling you.
You can do it. You just have to make up your mind to do so.
He's the man, and he's #1 in my book. We're going to be coming back to do more body parts as well, right, Robbie?
You got to believe it. We're excited about it.
We're in for the long haul in 2012.
Look out for it.